Hello, everyone. It is the ReZero Podcast. Welcome to the ReZero Podcast with my guest, Bartholomew. Introduce yourself, Bartholomew.
Hello, I'm Bartholomew. I like anime girls in Santa outfits.
Oh, do you also like lifting weights in the morning?
Oh yes, it's my favourite thing. Oh yes.
What is your favorite dumbbell? Personally, mine is the 25-pounder.
Mine is the Subaru dumbbell, because he's a Pharisee.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the podcast. There was a moment there where we turned into Ed, and Eddie for some reason. No one knows why. It just happened. Ed, and Eddie's getting really big recently. I've noticed that. So.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I used to be on when I was like little kids. I didn't know it was still popular. I didn't even know it was still going.
It's a meme now. There's this meme going around where people will take just random clips from shows and like season 2 of The Walking Dead, but with Ed, and Eddie sound effects. No, it'll just be weird. It'll be fun. It's funny, but it's cringy, weird, and funny. I don't know. This is the ReZero Podcast. We're doing chapters. What is it? 26 through 30.
Yeah.
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 I ate Oreos.
Oreos.
Yeah, Oreos the best. Speaking
I
of,
like chocolate lints.
Speaking of Oreos, we have to remind you guys there is a July special coming up in the month of July. At the end of July.
I was planning for August.
We'll be having
my July is delays.
Oh. So so it's September? Because I can't do it in August. So we're doing it September. Where are we gonna?
My months are all mixed up. My July is now December.
Say, do you remember?
Wake me up when December ends.
Would that be weird if Green Day did that? Just like Billy Joe is singing live and he forgets the lyrics to one of his most emotional songs and he's just like, wake me up when it ends.
I'm pretty sure Noel or Liam, one of them balls up the lyrics to Wonderwall one time. How do you do that?
Sometimes I'm not even joking.
It was it was hilarious. So the crowd rolled with it, and it was they got back on, and it was really funny.
Well, Oasis songs are very similar, but sometimes I'll be playing Oasis on my guitar, and I'll just be kind of singing along, and sometimes I don't catch it, but I'll start singing Wonderwall. Or I'll start playing Wonderwall and I'll start singing "Don't Look Back in Anger."
And then I did it with a doctor on a helicopter, and then she slides away into the sunshine.
Just God damn it. Oasis is great, but yeah. So in this special episode in July, or is it July? I think it's July.
We'll try for July.
We'll try to come out with an episode one of these days. We're doing the part 1 to the ReZero dub, meaning the first 12 or 13 episodes. We'll be talking about the dub. We'll be talking about the story again and all that stuff. We may have a special guest on. In fact, I think we do have one pinned down, but we're not ready to announce him yet. We'll announce him next month at the end of June. And we'll also be talking about Ayamatsu if? Ayamatsu?
Yeah. Ayamatsu if.
Yeah, Ayamatsu if, which is... I still don't know what that is. Who cares? And apparently, and that Amelia is the best girl and Rem sucks big time. That's what that says.
That's very true.
That's on the script.
I'm glad you finally come to this realization. I was a bit worried after last month's podcast.
I mean, I know you typed that out, so it's not my thoughts. I know I didn't type it.
I don't know what you're trying. It's not like you gave me permission to edit a Google document or anything. Baka. I've no idea. Fake news. I did not edit that. Fake.
I think you did. I think you did. I think you're a sneaky garbo, and you went in there while I wasn't looking, and you typed in some stuff, and I didn't want you to type in, and now I'm self-conscious about what I say.
I don't know what a garbo is. I thought it was Bartholomew.
Bartholomew. I know what you did.
So Bartholomew's a character in One Piece.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't watch
cool
One
dude.
Piece, so should I?
He's Yeah, it depends if you're ready for the investment in time. There's 904 chapters and like over 800 episodes.
Well, on my
So
Patreon, if
take your
anybody,
pick.
if any rich kid is out there and feels like wasting money, you can go to my Patreon right now, and there's only room for one person. Only one person can give me $15,000.
I would, but I would like to get my own house one day as well. So I don't want to take that big setback just yet.
I don't want to give all my money away just yet. I want to save that for the casino. But you can pay me $15,000 on my Patreon. Only one person can to watch all of the One Piece movies and the whole anime series and review each and every single one of the episodes.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll make a video on literally every single one of them.
Your channel's going to go on hold when you do that for like the next 5 years.
Well, here's the thing. I don't put like a time limit on it. It's just I have to eventually do it. Like at that point, I'm contractually obliged.
Okay, but you have to do it before you die.
I mean, yeah.
That could be a challenge if you're doing other things too.
I feel like if
you're going
to
make a proper video on every episode.
Well, here's the thing. What I can do with this is I can take it and I can live streaming my reactions to episodes 10 through 25.
Oh, that's cheating. That's a bit naughty. You give me a spanking.
Hey, like I said, it's a waste of money. The point is, it's there as like a meme, but also, it may happen.
Yeah, keep dreaming.
Well, I mean, it's not like that option's going to be there forever either. I may take it down.
Oh, you have no metal. No ability to stick it out.
So
do you ever win the lottery with that sort of attitude?
Are you trying to say, man, if you give me $15,000 to like eat your foot, I'll fucking do it, okay?
Oh hell, I'll do it for less than that, man. I like a good foot fetish. you should see some of the things I've favorited on Pixiv. There's some great foot fetish stuff there.
Maybe we should just get on with the chapter.
No, let's keep talking about feet.
No. So, chapter 26. That was a nice pause right there.
Oh, I like a nice pause.
Yeah, nice pregnant pause. All right. You ready?
No.
All right. Ready now?
No. Yeah.
Just keep doing that forever. After telling Subaru about Amelia's past, where she literally froze and accidentally committed genocide to all living things in the forest where all the elven people resided, I don't know, Roswell continues on, telling Subaru about Amelia's age, to which Subaru, of course, doesn't care about and thinks it's kind of kinky. Then Roswell and Subaru discuss the implications of Amelia's trial. Subaru then senses somewhat a hint. What is a hint? Somewhat a hint of doubt? Did I write that? Did you write that?
I don't think. No, I didn't write it.
You know what? It's not my fault. It's PewDiePie's fault. But Roswell reassures him. Roswell reassures him that he desperately wants her to become king. Kind? No, I put Roswell reassures him that he desperately wants her to become kind. Amelia is just got a sour attitude lately. Then Roswell gets angry and shoos Subaru off, but not before discussing the trials and Subaru's qualifications. In this world line, Roswell doesn't react as well in this timeline, this world line. Roswell doesn't react with a grim expression like in the first one, but more of a sad one. Kind of like a, oh no, I'm useless. I think that's how Subaru actually describes it.
No, what he says, it was a look with a tinge of loneliness. That was the exact quotation.
Well, there you go. Garfield coming in with the true facts. Now, walking out of Roswell's room, he runs into Ram. They exchange verbal artillery. I like that, by the way. Verbal artillery.
Continuity.
Continuity. And then Ram mentions the trials. But also mentions Echidona. Subaru then runs off to get another tea party to speak to Echidona about this, because he's super angry, but is instead met with the figure of Garfield. No, not the big hog. We're talking about the
real one.
The real one. the fake real one.
He's a real boy. He ain't no Peter Pan.
Subaru practically begs him to let him go, but he won't relent. Finally, Subaru asks why Garfield hates him now and doesn't trust him, to which he replies, he smells just like David.
He smells. Okay, before we delve into chapter 26, you mentioned something sort of halfway through. You said about PewDiePie. Do you follow PewDiePie on Twitter?
No.
So I just wanted to mention, I know I'm going a bit off topic, but he was doing a running commentary of Eurovision. He was really taking the piss out of all the country's singers last night, and it was hilarious. I just wanted to throw that in there. You should go and sort of check his Twitter page and go back to this state and go find his comments, because they're really funny.
What? Are you telling me that I should get out there and follow PewDiePie?
PewDiePie!
Also, why are some of my notes different? Are my notes blended with your notes?
Hang on, let me have a look.
It just goes in like mine and then goes directly into, I want to have a 3-way with Lin Chan and Otto, and it keeps going. There's no like.
Oh yeah.
Apparently, all of these thoughts are mine.
Okay, so the one where it starts in blue, those are my notes. But okay, read the rest of that thing where you with about the 3-way.
I want to have a 3-way with Lin Chan and Otto, with Micah shouting abuse from the sidelines. I didn't say I don't think that's not true.
It's very true. You wrote it. I've screenshotted this.
No.
For future generations.
No, you put that. First of all, you put that there. You put that in there. I didn't do that.
Future generations will know of your sluttery.
Wow. First of all, I like how Subaru reacts to the reaction he has to Amelia's age, and he's just like, "Well, she's cute. I guess it's all right."
Yeah, I feel like I shouldn't be surprised at this point that Subaru likes older women. He's like a total mummy's boy. He's made jokes in previous chapters, and then again, in this chapter, how he's more into the older sister type instead of younger ones. I'm gonna miss these lighter touches too, because in 7 chapters time, shit's gonna hit the fan. I'm gonna miss this goofy stuff.
So what you're trying to say is, in 7 chapters, Subaru's totally just doesn't have any more fun?
No, unfortunately not.
But I like what he says. He goes, if I think of it that way, 90 years old Ameliaton is still young. Just a little
She's
girl.
like a lolly.
No, from the L's point of view, she might actually be a lolly. Oi, oi, oi! If
And
such a
then
sexy, beautiful girl is only a lolly, that's a whole new genre, isn't it?
Oh yeah, that a new hentai genre too.
Yeah.
Oh man, I can't wait to pick up on this.
Ugh. I like that. That was really funny.
So elves. So you know that meme. There's that anime meme where people die if they get killed. Roswell says something about elves don't die unless they're killed. I just picture a meme with that. Although joking aside though, it would have been nice if the author did something different with the lore around this, because you always have lore around elves. Okay, that they always live long lives, but it'd be nice if they did something unique. ReZero is it always has a unique take on everything, and it takes things and makes it fit its mold, fit its own mold. I kind of wish they would have done that with the elves. That it's still very early on in the story, so that you never know. There could be a huge, a huge twist. But yeah, it'd just be nice if it was slightly different. If they did something interesting with that.
The thing that always got me about elves, and I mean, I guess Amelia is a half elf, so she's probably gonna like, I would think, age a little bit faster than regular elves and probably
Yeah.
not live as long.
Although an
But
interesting thing is, Roswell said their mentality sort of matures as the same as like a normal human would.
that's so weird.
Mm.
So
She
if they're
doesn't seem
like
like a 90-year-old though, does she?
she, no, she. You know, I mean, if you find the right 90-year-old, she kind of does.
I wonder if there's a reason for that. Like, is there like a part of Amelia's life where she was just like unconscious in a coma or something? And I am curious. Like, I wonder if she like what happened after the event where like where the like the forest was frozen. You know, was she frozen alongside with it?
So she's like 90, right?
Mm.
So, how, like, what was her physical appearance then? That's what I want to know. What is she, like, a super little girl?
Mm.
Like, was she a child?
Yeah.
Like, what happened with that? There's a lot more questions that go along with that.
I can give you an answer to that. Like I don't know if you ever see Crunchyroll's Twitter, but they always whenever there's a new volume of ReZero, they always tweet it out. And you see like a picture of like a young like half elven girl, like holding the hand of like another like half elven girl. So which I assume is Amelia's flashback in like in the light
Amelia's gay.
novels.
Amelia likes girls. It's gonna be at the very end revealed.
But her girlfriend's like a lolicon. And when Amelia grew up, she left her, and now she's sad. And that's what she's struggling to overcome in the trials.
Also, there's some other notes I have here. This line may be a hint, a glimpse into Roswell's like true thoughts and true intentions, even if it's only just a little bit. Roswell says, "Do I intend to make her king? Certainly, I do. Other than myself, there is no one else who would wish to make her who would wish more for her to be king. Not even Amelia Sama herself or a man like you can match my desire for this or the reason for my conviction." So, obviously, at this point, I really don't think Amelia wants to be king of anything. She just doesn't. Even in the anime, it was kind of. It just seemed like she was forced into this.
We don't know this at the moment. Like even Subaru says he has no like. I think we talked about this in the last podcast. But even Subaru says like he has no idea what Amelia's motivations are for becoming king. So like we don't know what her motivations are yet. It could be she doesn't want to, but at this present time, we don't know.
I think it's one of those things where
like
either
Subaru
she
has
to do it.
Yeah. Like Subaru had that epiphany where it's like we suddenly realised like one chapter, oh shit, I don't know jack shit.
Yeah. There's that as well.
This scene opens up a whole can of questions too. So I want to give a quick flashback to an event that happens in Arc 2. So when Subaru's just arrived at the mansion, Ram is sitting with Roswell, and she's pondering if he's a spy. But like Roswell doesn't say much about him being a spy, but he does say, so I think I've mentioned this in previous podcasts, but I'm going to say it again just for the sake of continuity. So what I'm about to say will make a bit more sense, but he says, so his goal is to slay the dragon, which is obviously like one of the three beings that help seal Satella away and is sort of like the ruler of the kingdom. It makes like a contract like with the priestess. So without Amelia on the throne, will Roswell not be able to slay the dragon? Like, is Amelia aware of his plans to slay the dragon? And what are his like tactics for slaying the dragon too? Would that change if it was someone else other than Amelia? Or like, can he not kill the dragon if any other candidate besides Amelia becomes king? Like, why does it have to be Amelia? Like, there's so many questions and like so few answers. And there's this big air of mystery around Roswell as well. Like I've said this before, but again, like he just like, I feel like he holds like the answers to so many mysteries. And like I was speaking to Harley earlier in the Discord, and he was saying when you find like that there's a scene later on in Arc 4 where you find out Roswell's true intentions, and apparently it's like the biggest mindfuck you'll ever have. Like it just tips like the whole show on its on its axis. It kind of makes you like if you rewatch it and reread it, like so many different things will fall into place and you think, okay, he's doing that for that reason. It's like all these things are starting to make sense. I would never have guessed that sort of thing. Like apparently it's just meant to be like one crazy ass mindfuck. So I'm really looking forward to whatever Roswell is planning.
I don't mean to change the topic or anything, but I just so happen to now, as you finish, just look out the window. And
look at my window now too. It's a nice view, nice sunset.
Yeah. There's this other neighbor next to us who has a house over who has a gutter, and there is a squirrel chilling in that gutter. Both of his arms propped over. He's just looking directly at me.
It must be the FBI. Maybe they heard about your Lolly Amelia talk and they're coming to get you.
Wow, my Lolly Amelia talk? Wow.
Yeah, that's definitely you. There's no way I'd be into lollies. No pic, no proof.
No, I think you are. I definitely think you are. But from what you said just now, yeah, I mean, definitely when it gets revealed, whatever his true intentions are, it's going to be huge. Like, even if it's something that's easily, like, even if it's, like, something you could guess a mile away, it's still going to be huge.
I think it will be. I think, I've heard other people say this too, that it's, like, the biggest mindfuck ever, but I don't know how exaggerated that is, but I haven't been let down so far, so we'll see. Can I've got something I want to talk about Amelia in the forest as well. Can I go back to that?
Yeah, sure.
So Roswell says Amelia is firmly convinced of the idea, specifically the idea that she froze the forest. It kind of casts this like shroud of ambiguity like over the situation. Like, was there like some sort of event that like triggered this like genocide that could have been avoided? Maybe like were the elves already dead in an attack like on the forest, and like Amelia sort of went into like a blind rage, like froze the forest, and when she like woke up, she thought, I killed them all when she didn't, or something. I feel like it's casting some sort of doubt on like what actually happened.
Roswell did it.
Yeah,
just
bloody Roswell.
God damn it, Roswell.
I wouldn't be surprised actually.
No.
Here's an interesting thing though. So there's a scene in chapter 67 maybe. When we get there, I want to make a note of this because I want to come back to it. There's a scene where Roswell uses a certain type of magic, icy type of magic. And his mastery over it is very impressive, shall we say.
It's Roswell. It's always him. He's the real true villain. He's working with Satella. He's working with what's her face? Etchy.
It wouldn't surprise me if he's working with Etchy Donna, because he's like the grave, like the grave master of Etchy Donna. And he like when Subaru was in like the Citadel, like Etchy Donna was asking about, like, Subaru mentioned Roswell, and Etchy Donna's like, oh, is that the Roswell from 400 years ago? And like Subaru describes him, and like Etchy Donna's, oh no, that's not him. But it's like, he's such a like cunning little fox. He's a little rodent.
Here's what it is. I got it. This is my theory. So, Amelia is a half elf, right?
Mm-hmm.
Roswell is a full elf. Okay? But here's the thing.
He's Michael Jackson.
He's also Michael Jackson. But Michael Jackson didn't actually die from an overdose, or whatever it was. He was teleported to another world.
Yeah. Oh, poor Michael.
Shamona. And so now he's immortal. He's a full elf now, and he's Amelia's father. And Subaru is just Subaru. Twist.
Subaru is not just Subaru. I've got a comment in one of my later notes, but I want to save that because it kind of ties into like another note I have. But I don't think Subaru's not just Subaru. He's Subaru.
So we've ran into a couple timeline differences. The first one is Roswell reacting to Subaru's news of the qualifications. Let's talk a little bit about that. What are your thoughts on that?
So Subaru hasn't done anything like huge. So I've got I've got like quite a long note here, so I'll tell you, I may take a couple of minutes for this. But so Subaru hasn't done anything like hugely different that would cause like a difference in reaction from Roswell. So his change in reaction, I feel like it must come from another source. It kind of reminds me of what happened in the mansion in Arc 2. So do you remember like in the final loop in the mansion, he just kind of up and disappears. He says, "Oh, I've suddenly got a meeting or something with someone."
Oh yeah.
And like why did he do that? You know, like nothing changed so drastically that would cause him to be called away, just like so suddenly. Like it kind of, do you remember like a few chapters ago where you see him like holding that gospel like at the end after his conversation with Subaru?
That really boring chapter, yes.
What do you mean boring chapter? It was a great chapter.
Go back. I said it was boring then. I'd say it's boring now.
So think about this. So what is the gospel? So like in real life, so it's like a biblical scripture that gives teachings or like a revelation from Christ. So like, what if Roswell's gospel is giving Roswell some sort of revelation or guidance, but from a witch? Perhaps actually Donna, she's got that book with the knowledge of the world. You know, who knows what, you know, do they have some sort of secret pay? Is actually Donna writing things in that book?
So here's my theory on it. I don't think she's actually writing anything. What I think's actually in it is it's like a cell phone type device. It's just, for sake of conversation, it's a cell phone. And Nechi Donna is texting that cell phone, and she's going, "Hey cutie pie, can you do this for me, please, cutie?" And then she'll send like a picture of her in scantily clad attire. And that gets him to do stuff because he loves Echidona.
So speaking of which, maybe Echidona stole Subaru's phone because we haven't seen that in a long time.
Whoa!
That's how she's doing it.
Whoa! Plot twist. Okay. last arc of ReZero, they all get to, like Subaru gets teleported back to his world, right? But guess who comes along with him? Echidona, to guess what? Take over the Earth.
Oh god.
And it doesn't work. Instead, Subaru.
No, Echidona would get wrecked by Hector again.
Let's fucking move on. All of my great theories.
I just made a joke, but
No,
unless you've read further ahead, no one will get it.
I'm just gonna cry.
So I kind of want to go back, but before we move on to like the final bit with Garfield, there's a few other things I wanted to mention. So Subaru finally has like a goal confirmed. So he says he's not going to rest until he's made like Amelia king. And like I feel like this has never really been like implicitly stated before, like it has been here. Like it's kind of been like implied by the things he says. But I feel like this is a confirmation. It's like the first time like he's like followed the path, like followed his own path or like found his own path, like instead of following the path that the narrative sets, which I think it's like almost like a milestone in a way.
I don't know. I don't really have any thoughts on that. That's just kind of a thing.
Oh yeah. I just thought it was kind of interesting.
I mean, it definitely shows that his character has progressed quite a bit.
Yeah, because like when he first comes, he's just like, "Oh look, Silver Helga, let's follow her."
Yeah, and then feels like it's been years since he's been in this world. It feels like he's like,
"Oh, it's been like 2 months."
Yeah, and you find out, and it's been like 2 months, and he's like, you're just like, "Wow, this guy has really changed in a short amount of time."
Yeah, it's impressive.
I think
like it almost makes you think, like, you know, it almost feels like the start of ReZero isn't the start. Like there's stuff before. But I'm going to mention that more in a minute. But it ties into this thing with Subaru and Roswell, and I want to talk about their relationship. And it's so in this chapter, like Subaru is like hounding Roswell about things, and so Roswell says that you would hound me like this and doubt my vote, and you would doubt my motivations is truly laughable, absolutely laughable. We're still not there yet, are we? After all, like, why does Roswell say this? Like, from what we know, they barely know each other. And like there's a scene, like we mentioned this in another podcast again, but there's a scene where Roswell calls Subaru like the partner of his heart earlier in the arc, and it just again like, do they have like a past relationship we just don't know about? And it just like it again like hints at the story of ReZero. It doesn't begin where we think it does, with Subaru getting called. Like I feel like he's been to this world before, and he's had his memory wiped. Or maybe like Roswell. Maybe Roswell's Kenichi, like I summarized 2 podcasts ago.
Maybe it's not even that. Maybe Roswell can sense when maybe he knows where Subaru is really from. Maybe he knows about the curse. Maybe
I feel like it's more than that from the way he speaks.
I don't know. It could be more than that. Who knows? But it's definitely.
We will see.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm at chapter 79, which was freaking amazing. Oh god, that was wow.
I feel like last week you were at chapter 69. Now you're at 79. What the hell?
I feel like we're going places now with ReZero. It's getting really good. I feel like
weren't already.
Well, yeah. I feel like we're entering the climax of the arc. I mean, we still got like God knows how, like 60 chapters left to go or something crazy, like 50 or 60 chapters left. But
we should do a 100-chapter extravaganza where we just sit down for 12 hours and talk about every chapter for 100 of them.
So I've got another thing before we move on to Garfield's like the final bit with Garfield. I almost feel like Subaru has almost like reverted in character in a way since like Rem has departed from the series. Like he seems kind of hell bent on saving the situation like by himself again. He's already kind of like shutting down Amelia's attempts, to like do things like try and do it herself before like they've even begun in this loop, and sort of going behind the back almost at like Roswell. And like I wonder if he's ever like gonna learn that he's loved by the people that he himself loves and wants to save. Like, was Rem's faith in him like too tall of a thing that he can like live up to? And I feel like he's about to go into this state where he's gonna like throw his life away again, like as many times as it takes, like regardless of what it does to him psychologically. Like I feel like we're regressing almost. It kind of scares me. Like Roswell's words didn't help either. Although he was saying them to himself, so he says, "Go on being guided by your desires. Go on struggling until you hold everything within your hands. To agonize and to be lost, and only then can you obtain it. Even if this would not satisfy you, even if you could not understand it, see it through to the end." And Roswell says this to himself, but the scary thing is like it takes Subaru a long time to figure this out. So like initially, like he assumed it was meant for himself, which again it just like reinforces like he still has that warped mindset in a sense, and in a way like I kind of feel like Rem didn't necessarily like fix him. Maybe it's like a quick patch up job. And I feel like his scars are a lot more deep rooted, and I feel like so maybe they stem from his memories that are missing from maybe a previous visit to this world.
So what you're trying to say is chemtrails, black helicopters, 9/11 was an inside job.
Black hole coon.
Yes, black hole coon. No one's gonna get that joke besides me and you. So
that's true.
Congratulations. You've
Black hole
made a joke.
Away.
No one else.
Continuity.
Continuity. I mean, yeah. To be honest, we don't know too much about Subaru's past life outside of that. What we had. His
parents.
With what, chapter 20, whatever, around that area?
Like 15 to 20, I
15
think.
20, yeah. So I could see that happening, where he was in this world before, and maybe all of it is just fabricated. I think they're in a cool position where they can do something where they could have like literally like a whole arc just be a huge flashback that is like that gives all of the answers.
Oh yeah.
Like there could just be like maybe something like some huge climax happens and whatever, and then and then it just randomly just flashbacks. And
After chapter 79, I feel like there's going to be a huge flashback for like Subaru and Satella, and I cannot wait for that. That is going to be the most beautiful thing ever.
There could be a flashback where it just, like, if it was in terms of a season of an anime, it could be the whole season. Like, it's just huge flashback of just, here's all the answers you've wanted and more. And
see, here's the thing.
Questions.
I've heard it described, so apparently there's 3 mysteries to ReZero, and apparently one of those mysteries is going to get answered in Arc 7. Like, I don't know what these mysteries are.
How many arcs are there going to be? Holy shit.
12.
12?
Yep.
12!
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there's going to be like 6. Jeez. 12?
No, 6 will be maybe the halfway mark. But then saying that, Arc 1 is like ridiculously short, so you never know.
What are they? What is he on now?
They're partway through Arc 6.
12?
12?
I don't even know what to say. My mind is blown. I didn't even know about this. We've been doing this for like a year.
Do we not? Like, I'm sure. Like I've mentioned it like dozens of times in like the Discord, but
I forget. I'm a forgetful
maybe
person.
Maybe I put it in the spoiler chat, and because I know like me and like some of us like to talk ReZero stuff in there.
This is there's no way this gets a full anime adaptation.
Probably not, no. But
this requires multiple seasons.
Yeah, if this just gets to season 2, oh man, I would be happy. I would be so happy.
Like it's gotta fucking season 2 has to like get people, like really get people for it to get a season 3.
Oh, I think it will. You have no idea what's coming. No.
How do you know that I don't know what's coming? Maybe I'm from the future.
I would say, are you going to Stephen Hawking's?
Yes, I already went.
Funeral. It's open to time travelers, I hear.
Yeah, no, I've already went. It's great.
Oh, that's cool. Nice.
Yeah.
Do they have cocktail sausages?
I mean, it's everything we have now, so.
Oh, okay.
Pretty cool. So I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Ram.
Yes.
So Ram is Ram. She does a lot of Ram things. She's got pink hair.
Rambo.
Also, when did Ram start to hate Subaru so much?
See, I've pinpointed this to the exact moment in Arc 3 when Subaru sends a letter telling them to evacuate because of the witch's cult attack. And because Ram was the one who wrote it, but because she'd been wiped from existence, the note was blank, and Ram thought it was like a betrayal from Subaru. And ever since that point, she seems to have been incredibly hostile. And I don't know if it's because of this misunderstanding or there's some sort of latent anger in there that she like deep, even though she doesn't remember, deep down there's part of her that knows there's some, like, Rem's missing, and she has this sort of anger, and like whenever she sees Subaru, it sort of triggers something, maybe, because like I don't
maybe it comes from the frustration of
yeah,
maybe it's the frustration from seeing Subaru. It's like what the fuck, what is up? Every time I look at this guy, there's something, I don't know what it is.
So I don't know if you've noticed this, but so like in Arc 2, I can't remember if I've mentioned this before or not, but so in Arc 2, like Subaru was initially like closer to Ram. Like Ram was like teaching him all sorts of things, and like Ram was the one that was trying to kill him initially, and like it was like Subaru and Ram that were, they were really quite close, like initially, and then it was only like the final loop where he actually became close to Rem instead. And it's just really sad to see like, all those things he'd worked towards to build those relationships just like gone.
Yeah, I miss when Ram was Kawaii Desu.
Yeah, she's still best girl in my heart. I believe in the true timeline.
The true
timeline? On my
Ram
X Subaru.
All right.
With Beatrice on the side. Nice little lolly threesome.
I told you that I'm not the one. FBI.
It's fake news. It was that SeaTactics guy. You tricked me.
Nope. No, I did not.
Yes, it was.
Nope. Mm-mm. It was definitely the big hog. Garbo.
Garbo, 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 Garbo.
We should grow this podcast to be so big where we can host it in a stadium and just get a 5-minute chant of people going, "Let's go, Garbo."
Oh god, that would be amazing. We need to get like some freaking like drums and guitar and
You just want to form a band?
Yeah.
We could do that.
We can have that playing at the start and then at the end. Maybe like an intermission too. Give them like a little break. We could get a mosh pit going.
We have to write heavy music then.
Oh, we can do that. I can get my friends who write songs to do that.
Not even your friend who has an album out.
Oh yeah, I'll tell you what. I'll get both of you in the same room. I'll get both of you in the same room. We can do a collaboration.
Damn it, Garfield.
I love you, really, baby.
All right, moving on. What do we got next?
So Garfield mentions about the stink of the witch, which is interesting because the stink. But the thing I don't get is like this isn't the first, or possibly even the second time that Subaru and Garfield have interacted since he's come out of the tomb. And he never mentioned anything before, and I don't understand why. Like, if his nose is as sharp as he says it is, why didn't he say anything when they first came out of the tomb? Like, it's not like Garfield is someone to hold himself back, like when others are there. Like it's just not in his character. So I think
this gets kind of semi-answered in actually the next chapter, if I remember correctly.
Oh, okay.
But it doesn't get answered fully. So these are some questions that I have. Is like, can everyone smell the smell to a certain extent?
Because so far it's only been Ram, and it may can Ram smell it too?
Yeah. So
is it like a demon thing, like a demi-human? I have no idea.
Who can smell it? Who can't smell it? Why can't they smell it? And why can they smell it if they can? These are questions I want to know. And it's actually one of the last notes I have. Besides I want to have a 3-way with Len Shannon, Otto, and Micah shouting abusive things from the sidelines.
Well, who doesn't want that? I mean, Micah Chan. Oh, Micah Chan. But I feel like I should read. So I've got 6 of the light novel volumes here, and I still haven't really read much beyond volume 1. So I really want to read that and find out what exactly is going on there, because from what I understand, most of the main events are all adapted from the light novels, but there's so much little quirky little details that they just sort of leave out because lack of time with 25 episodes and all. But I am curious if that's answered in the light novels, so I may do a bit of research on that one for you.
I guess we'll see.
Yeah.
I guess we'll see. Got any more notes?
Yeah, how much of this witty dialogue do you think will make it into the anime? like the stuff with Otto, I want that to be in there.
I think the Otto stuff will most of it will be in there, but I think once they get to the trials and stuff, I think at that point they're gonna start kind of cutting a lot of that dialogue-y stuff out.
Yeah, it's
they're gonna make it quick 1 to 2 sentences.
I hope so, because when you think about say Ram and Barasu, or Subaru, God, oh sorry Subaru, I'm calling you you're a curse now. But they had quite a long dialogue in this chapter, and it for the most part, was it really it didn't really serve much of a purpose as far as I can remember. It's showing character interactions of the same type we've seen before, but it's just kind of doing it again just to build consistent continuity, I guess.
Continuity
in the way that the characters act. I feel like they could cut that stuff out, but there's some really just hilarious bits that I just wish they keep, because I know in the anime they cut a lot of stuff out, and I just worry about some of the golden bits just getting taken out in place of something else. And speaking of funny bits, Subaru just randomly thinks himself when he's walking when he's walking to the grave to try and see Donna again. He thinks, hey, they don't have chopsticks in here. If I ever find time, I should set up a stall selling chopsticks. I just thought maybe if Otto didn't spend so much time fishing by the bloody river, we could get him to start a business and make some money for the immediate camp. Get him to teach him to make those chopsticks.
There's another thing that Subaru could do. He's gonna take his clothing and be like, reproduce this clothing. There you go. Subaru selling high quality. What
do you think?
What is the stuff he wears? What is it called?
Like a tracksuit.
Tracksuit, yes.
Do you think he'll ever change those clothes? Like, what's going to happen?
No, man. Tracksuit's the best.
So what's going to happen when he gets knighted after Arc 4, assuming Roswell sticks to his words?
Tracksuit, man. It's got to be the tracksuit.
Can you just picture like all these knights? Hail the holy knights! Oh, look, there's Subaru in his tracksuit.
Yep. Tracksuit's great. His tracksuit is awesome.
It does look cool.
Tracksuits in general are really good. They're comfortable. They make that swishy sound when you walk sometimes.
It's always the cool kids that wear them too. You've got Casimir, now you've got Subaru.
So, like, as you know, I'm a huge fan of the wrestling. On there's this Japanese pro wrestling company, New Japan Pro Wrestling. They sell tracksuits that are branded after theirs, and they cost like $120 or like 140,000 yen or something. I don't know, 14,000 yen. And I really want one. I really want one.
You crazy man.
I really want that tracksuit. It looks great. Because it says like Young Lion on it and stuff like that. Like
I'm kind of like that.
Dojo.
I'm like that whenever I go like clothes shopping and I see like an expensive leather jacket, I think that looks like something like the Gallaghers would wear.
Leather jackets. That's another thing that I want is a leather jacket.
I've got like I do have a leather one, but it's now that the weather's getting warmer again. Yeah. I can't wear it so much. It's not fair.
No, you just gotta keep wearing it. Gotta keep wearing it throughout the year. You can walk out. It's 120 degrees. Who cares, man?
Oh,
the leather will melt into my skin. I do not care.
Oh man, that sounds that. I've always wanted a nice leather tan.
I've always wanted cow leather to replace my skin.
Yeah, my skin is too albino-ish. I'm not happy with it. No, I don't go out enough, and when I do, I get sunburned too easily. No, I can't tan properly.
Any more notes?
Only that it's Echidonna's cunning strikes again with sort of wiping Subaru's memories.
Her cunning stunts.
Yeah, I thought it kind of surprised me because all she asked in return was that Subaru never spoke of like the Citadel and Echidonna, but she never alluded to the fact that she may possibly wipe his memories. And it's interesting why she did that. I feel like there's not as much trust from Echidonna's side as Subaru would like to think.
Here's what I want: ReZero visual novel, right?
No, I think that there's an audiobook.
But no, here's the thing. Visual novel, it's like Fate. It's like the Fate visual novel.
Boo, Fate sucks.
But here's the thing. There's a route for every one of the girls, right? And it tells a completely different story for each one of them.
Oh, man.
So you have like your introduction.
I need to get that Elsa route, man.
And yeah, you have like Elsa, but this okay, here's the thing. It's all the like the characters that don't make sense. So it's like Elsa, Echidonna, Satella, and Otto. Because why not? and it's
oh man. Also,
like you can have you have your proper routes and stuff like that, like Amelia or whatever.
I feel
that's
like also it's like must be like the default easy route that you can almost get. You can balls up as much as you want, and you'll still get the Osso like the Osso win.
Yeah, that's the easiest one. Who would be the hardest one? Just by like thinking about that, Elsa would probably be the hardest.
Oh, I don't know. If you read the IMATSU, Elsa might not seem like such a Such a tricky route.
Tune in July, the end of
Yeah.
July.
Didn't say Elsa and Subaru pair up.
I'm just saying though. Like,
You know, speaking of Elsa, I just had the thought of a really cool band name, Elsa's Alka-Seltzer.
it's a terrible band name.
It's a great band name. It'd be like paying homage to Oasis and Supersonic.
That's like a cover band name. No, you need something like, just call it Elsa. That's way better. It still sucks, but it's way better.
Maybe, yeah, that would be a good band. Yeah, as long as it's not.
You could
as
also
long as it's not
romance
Elsa
Felt.
Kanzaki.
You could also romance Felt as well. But here's the thing about Felt, is the end goal isn't to really, like, you know, date her or anything. It's just to get her to put a shirt on.
Yeah, get one of those maid outfits like Petra.
Exactly. Oh, you see, there you go. We can just get younger and younger. Petra, but this one is weird. We find out, like, in a visual novel thingy that I have at the end, that Petra is actually not who we think she is, and she's like some mutated organism.
No, Petra is actually the Witch of Lust. Plot twist.
Wow. There you go. I was going to go with something like a robot android thing, but
it's funny because it's a lolly. And it's lustful.
Damn it. So, Garfield, where can they find you?
They can find me on the Twitter at Bloimo and Nemo. I don't know why I said that in such a weird voice.
I don't know why either.
Been eating too much Squid Jam.
Yeah, Squid Jam's great. You should check out Squid Jam. That could be a good band name, actually.
We should when I introduce you to my friends, and you make music and you become the next Oasis or the next Beatles. That should be the band name, Squid Jam.
I am so excited for him to talk to me. You have no idea. I want him, like, every day. I'm like, is he gonna contact me today? Is he gonna contact me today? Are we gonna talk? Are we gonna make music together?
I'll chase him up. I'll chase him up again after we finish recording. But I think he had trouble downloading it or something. There was some sort of issue. But he's got Skype as well. So
this is a weird ending to a video.
Yeah.
just strange. Anyways, you can find me where I'm at now. Or you can also follow me on Twitter at SeaTacticsFTW. That's right. That's a weird handle, but someone already took SeaTactics. Some Korean guy.
What a cunt.
Wow. Hey, whatever monetization is on my channel, this one will be demonetized.
if they can bother watching that long.
Yeah, that's true. So, yeah. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Bye.
Bye-bye.